Hook and teaser. Do you ever feel lonely, even when you're surrounded by people? What if being alone wasn't something to fear, but something to embrace, even cherish? The Art of Being Alone doesn't just tell you how to survive solitude, it shows you how to fall in love with it. This book is a gentle, honest, and at times hilariously raw guide to navigating the complex emotions around loneliness, independence, and self-love. Stick around, because this might just be the book you didn't know you needed. Book overview. The Art of Being Alone is written by Lane Moore, published in 2021. It's a self-help book, but unlike the usual motivational manuals, it's deeply personal and emotionally real. Lane blends memoir with advice, making you feel like you're talking to a brutally honest and kind friend. The book gained popularity for its refreshing voice. It has resonated with thousands, especially those who've struggled with feeling isolated in a hyper-connected world. Author's background and motivation. Lane Moore is a comedian, writer, musician, and former editor for Cosmopolitan. But beneath her public persona is someone who's navigated deep emotional pain, unstable relationships, and childhood trauma. She grew up without a safety net, no dependable parents, no consistent support system. This shaped her experience of aloneness, making her uniquely qualified to write about it. The book emerged from her own healing journey. Rather than preach from a pedestal, she shares her messiness, her fears, and her breakthroughs. Why this book matters? In an era where we are more connected than ever digitally, but lonelier than ever emotionally, the art of being alone matters. Many self-help books tell you to go out and meet people. This one tells you that it's okay to be by yourself, that your own company can be fulfilling and beautiful. In a world that often shames solitude, this book reframes it as a strength. It helps you build an emotional home within yourself. Deep dive into key lessons. Lesson 1. Aloneness isn't brokenness. Lane argues that being alone doesn't mean something is wrong with you. You are not defective. You are not unlovable. In fact, solitude can be a sign of deep strength. She reminds us that society constantly pushes connection as a goal, but doesn't teach us how to be okay with ourselves first. Lesson 2. Your childhood isn't your destiny. Moore shares how childhood neglect and emotional absence can shape your adult fears. But she also explained that healing is possible. You are not doomed to repeat your past. This lesson hit hard, because many of us carry invisible scars we don't talk about. Lesson 3. Romantic love isn't the cure. Lane unpacks the myth that finding a partner will fix everything. She shares stories of falling into unhealthy relationships simply to escape loneliness, and how that never ends well. Learning to love yourself is not optional. It's essential. Lesson 4. Building a relationship with yourself. This chapter feels like therapy in book form. She suggests talking to yourself kindly, creating rituals for comfort, and finding what truly makes you feel alive, even if no one else is watching. Self-partnership is real, and it's powerful. Lesson 5. Embracing the beauty of solitude. Being alone allows clarity, creativity, and peace. She encourages us to notice the little joys: reading by yourself, exploring a new neighborhood, eating a meal without distraction. Solitude isn't something to escape, it's something to explore. Lesson 6. Choosing people who feel like home. Once you're whole on your own, you stop chasing the wrong people. You begin attracting friendships and relationships rooted in mutual respect and love, not desperation. Lane explains how boundaries and standards change when you are no longer afraid to be alone. Personal insights, real-life reflection. This book made me rethink loneliness. I used to see it as a failure, like I hadn't figured out life if I was alone. But now, I realize solitude is a form of self-respect. It's space to listen to myself, heal, and grow. Since reading it, I've started doing more things on my own, taking solo walks, journaling, unplugging. And surprisingly, I feel more connected to myself than ever before. Highlight 2 to 3 powerful quotes. You deserve love that doesn't require you to earn it. That line stuck with me. How many of us bend ourselves into shapes just to feel loved? Here's another. Being alone is better than being with people who make you feel lonely. It's a quiet truth we often ignore. And finally, you are the love of your life. That's not narcissism. That's self-worth. Goodreads and public reviews. On Goodreads, this book averages around 4.2 stars. Reviewers call it brutally honest, comforting, and exactly what I needed. One reader wrote, "It felt like therapy, but with more jokes." Some critics say it's too personal or raw, but that's also what makes it resonate. WHO, this book is for. If you've ever felt lonely, unloved, or afraid to be by yourself, this book is for you. It's perfect for people in their 20s and 30s figuring out life. But honestly, anyone navigating breakups, grief, or change will find value here. It's for the overthinkers, the quiet ones, and the hearts that still believe in healing. Similar book recommendations. If you liked The Art of Being Alone, check out Untamed by Glennon Doyle, for powerful self-liberation. The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown, for wholehearted living. How to Be Alone by Lane Moore's own earlier book, for a similar vibe but a different tone. Final verdict and takeaway. The Art of Being Alone is more than a book, it's a companion. It teaches you that solitude isn't a void. It's a canvas. My final takeaway? Learning to be alone is one of the most empowering things you'll ever do. Q&A style ending. Let me ask you this. What's your relationship with being alone? Do you enjoy your own company, or does it scare you? And here's a quick recap to remember. 1. You are not broken. 2. Love begins within. 3. Solitude can be a superpower. Call to action. If this summary resonated with you, hit that like button. Share your thoughts in the comments, especially your experiences with being alone. And let me know which book you'd like summarized next. Don't forget to subscribe for weekly summaries like this one. Until next time, take care, and remember, you're